We are here to tell you, don't waste your refund. Put your refund in a position where it can make you more money. So a lot of people, they do. They like to use their refund to buy houses in the past, right?
To buy houses, yes, and yes, to buy another property.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, of course, maybe I'm very sure this year they're gonna be doing a lot of fixing, and maybe they're gonna be building the ADU.
Yeah.
That is totally possible. It's gonna help you to increase your income. Hi to everybody connecting. We're right now Real Talk with Charla and Carlos, and we're talking about tax reform. What you're gonna do with the tax reform? We're talking about um, leaving money on the table when selling your home.
Yeah. That's another, I mean, just in general, like what are you doing with your money? How are you making sure your money is working for you, whether it's your tax returns, whether you're selling your house, you're buying your house, your ADU? What are you doing to build wealth for you and your family? I mean, this is a great question for everyone, including ourselves. We always like to reevaluate, see how we're meeting and reaching our goals. You're looking at buying a multi-unit family
Yes,
property.
always looking for a multi-unit property, even though sometimes I'm not ready. But the vision, the mindset is there, and it's just about taking the massive action to finish the project.
Yeah.
And sometimes happens. Sometimes you have setbacks. By the way, the other topic I was talking about earlier, I was making the other video. It's sometimes we agents, lenders, we say this thing like, "Oh, I lost that deal," or the neighbor put the house for sale with another agent. That probably you don't like that. You probably get pissed and like, "Why is that possible? I went to his barbecue and I lost that listing. I lost that escrow." Well, thinking about faith and God and love, I don't think you're losing anything. That just happens, and that transaction wasn't meant to be for you. That's it. They decided to go with somebody else. Doesn't matter. It's nothing personal. It's just business. You're gonna be closing, and we are closing whatever we deserve to close based on whatever we've been working on, doing our effort, doing our best, and helping the clients on the best interest.
Of course, doing your best, and of course, I have my faith. However, I do not just like it when I hear those words that it doesn't normally happen because I've been in business a very long time and I give very good service. So thankfully, most of the time after or during or any event or place that I'm going to, I become top of mind.
Very good. Yes, you are. Yes. And I've been there. I'm a witness. When we do open houses, it's incredible how the people connect with Charla right away. But yes, the point is, you didn't lose the deal. Do you think you lose any deal last year?
Yes.
Why and how?
It's
a real talk with Charla and Carlos.
For me, because I'm a very experienced agent, so I have specific things that I do every single day. And if I go off track, and even having a team and growing a team, it reminds me of getting back to the basics and connecting with the people that you have in your database, that you've sold houses to in the past, that you honestly care about them growing their wealth and building something bigger. And if you're not connecting with them, yes, I feel like I lost out, but not necessarily it's always because of the person. Like I didn't do my job by showing up, by giving them important information, by being the knowledge person, the person of knowledge in real estate for them to come to with all of their questions. And so they maybe searched out for someone else. I have an agent that I worked with for many, many years, and I know we're getting a little off topic on the taxes, but I just spoke with her the other day. She wanted to write an offer on one of my listings. We worked together for many years. She was an inspiration to me for so many years. And with that being said, her business has pretty much dissolved, like gone away. And she used to be one of the top producers out here. And she said she took some time off, that she had some life things happen and she hadn't been working as hard. She hadn't been doing the things that she knew she should be doing. And so you do miss out in that situation. And, I was also expressing with someone, when I go on vacation, most of my clients don't even know I'm on vacation because I still respond to them in a timely manner to get them the questions, the answers, the responses that they need to know, making sure that everything's going super smooth with their home sales and with buyers, of course.
Okay, but going back to, did you lose any deal? I don't think you did. If you had that pain in your chest, that memory, that difficult time, that probably letting that go, with prayers, maybe you should be free of that moment, and you understand that you have to count the blessings. not about the 2 or 3 or 5, 10 listings of buyers that went with another agent or didn't end up closing, but thinking and counting the actual 60, 80 families that you help. That is the way to look at it. That's the way I look at it, and that's the way I'm thinking of it. Even though I'm a lender, and I have in some place, believe it or not, I have like a list of borrowers that for some reason or another ended up canceling the transaction after we started and we got the approval, we got a peso, and they got cold feet, they did the home inspection, they didn't get the credit, something happens, whatever, and then they're canceling. Well, I have those clients, I shouldn't do this, save the address and the name, because probably 3, 5 years from now, I'm gonna call and say, hey, just wanna say hi, how you doing? Did you buy the house? If you didn't buy with me, of course. If they bought with me, everything is fine. But you didn't buy the house with me, or you didn't, I'm sorry, do the loan with me. I'm gonna be asking, did you end up buying a property? And they're gonna be probably saying, no, we ended up just renting. Well, do you remember that house that you canceled 3, 5 years ago because you didn't like the home inspection, or you didn't get the credit you were looking for, or the rate of payment you were looking for? Well, the house today is $100,000 more. I'm sorry. No, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, God. I apologize. I'm praying.
You were trying to rub it in.
No, we shouldn't. I didn't lose those deals. That just I closed and I helped the family that I was mean to be helping. And going back to the point about the money, another thing I don't know. I have here on TikTok on the screen. I just finished the book, The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Do you guys know who Dave Ramsey is? I've been following for Dave Ramsey for years. I must admit, I'm not 100% on all the steps, probably because I'm doing a lot of stuff at the same time, no excuses. And I believe in the book. I'm going to be practicing the book more strictly. And I'm going to be working now on a budget that I never been fan of. But if that's something that I need to do and we need to do to work better with the financial stuff and the financial part, well, I'm going to be working on it. I have no problem. I'm open-minded. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it. Yeah. If you have financial issues, you have debt, and you don't know what to do or how to get out of there, go and get the book. On the book, there is an app that you can log in, and it's going to give you tools, not only about being on a budget, but to be probably more responsible. Talking about refund the taxes, probably the book, I already know what it's saying. If you have debt, any kind of debt, and you get a refund from the taxes, that's what you should be doing with the money, paying off the debt. Mm-hmm. That will be your priority.
And I believe he says to start with the smallest step first and get it paid
off least completely. Baby step one, get $1,000 safe for any emergency. But that is going to be after you have no debt. If you have debt, you shouldn't have any saving at all, according to the book. There are 8 steps.
I think you're supposed to have 3 months saving.
Well, you first, no, because this is step 4. Baby step 1, after pay off debt, probably baby step 1 is paying off all the debt. Maybe step 2 is having $1,000 after you are out of debt, safe for any emergencies. Mm-hmm. Maybe step 3 or 4 is to get this 3-6 month reserve enough to cover anything might happen. You can pay with that reserve and funds. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And maybe step 5 or 6, I'm not mistaken, that will be not for us in this business, real estate loans. You need to have at least 20 or 30% down payment to buy a house, because according to the book, and I disagree with that 100%, even though I believe in the book and I like it, you shouldn't have more than 30% debt to income ratio. Do you know what debt to income ratio is?
Of course.
Okay, just to let you know, 20 years doing loans, maybe I've been working with a different kind of clients that the person reading the books from Dave Ramsey. If I would have based my approvals and the clients only on 30% debt to income, probably I have done maybe 10-20% of the loan I done. I have closed always 1,000 loans helping families. That means, because the majority of my clients closing transactions, they were maxed out on the DTI. Do you know what maxed out on the DTI means?
I do.
And most of them, they were asking for help. Can you pump that approval for another $5,000-$10,000? What about if we buy down the rate? What
Isn't
about
it 52% is the max?
46.9 FHA on the back and the front, and the back 56.9. But according to Dave Ramsey, it should be more than 30%.
Yeah.
And most of my clients, 90% of my clients, all of them are over 45%. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, if all those families, 1,000 families, 800 families, they wouldn't buy, is that the right way to say it? Because their ratio were too high, they would be probably homeless, so they would be renting. And instead, all those clients for the last 10 years, they double the wealth. thank you for ownership. That's the reason why I defer
Yeah.
on the book about how much down payment, because this is the first thing. You need to have 20% down. That's maybe step 5. How many people actually have 20% down? Not many. I don't think it's gonna be probably even 50% of my clients. Not even
We'll
30%.
have to get those statistics. I think
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
very
No, I
interesting.
think I have it in some place. I
Yeah.
know for a fact, but I'm talking about my own experience, my own clients.
Mhm.
Like right now, I just in my mind, I have 6 loans in my pipeline right now. Okay, only actually 3 of them are buying with 25% down. The other 2 are buying FHA with 3.5%. And the other one is a refi cash out, property free and clear, by the way, taking $200,000 out. But just my own experience. What do you think about that, huh?
I definitely think that it would be great if everybody could have the
20% down and debt to income ratio 30% max.
Of course, that would be
perfect.
That would be perfect, but it's not realistic in this market, especially with the prices. And I still highly recommend home ownership, even if we do see a shift in the market. They're saying maybe. I think the interest rates will go down next year. I hope this year.
It's going to happen as soon as the recession is already in. I already know for a fact, not because I'm predicting. I know for the numbers. The first quarter of 2025 is going to be negative GDP. I don't know if you know recession is when you have 2 consecutive GDP quarters in a row. So this Q1 is going to be the first one. So the second quarter will be another negative GDP, which is horrible. It's a recession. Nobody want to be in a recession. But the same thing is good. It's a correction. And then it's going to make the interest rate to go down. So I'm already predicting. I make a video about that. There are charts showing that.
Yeah.
It's not because Carlos Lopez want to see it that way. It's just the way it is. Numbers.
There are numbers charts, but they also...
And they're going to be going down in the next quarter.
Right. And they also predicted right after the election that values will go up some more, interest rate would instantly go down. That didn't really happen. They're saying for the past 11 years that I think it's 11 elections, right? That the economy always improves the first year afterwards. So we are hoping to see that as well. We'll continue to improve the economy. And if you guys are out there living paycheck to paycheck, that book is definitely good. But I can just tell you, do little by little. Put a little away. Don't take out any debt. One of the things that has always been my motto since I was young, and I did it actually the first property that I purchased, and I never did it again. Do not attach any other, my personal opinion, again, do not take any other type of loan out on your property that could cause you to end up losing your house and get negative equity. So if you purchased a house, get it, if you need a different type of loan, I say get it separate from your house. I mean, don't ever risk the fact that you could possibly lose your house by taking out more equity than it's worth. I mean, you can't. You can't.
Well,
really.
According to the book, by the way, talking about the book, it's based on the book. You should never, ever have done a line of credit on the property.
Yeah.
We'll look for a line of credit on the property. Even though I don't have a line of credit in my house right now, but I did it. And thanks to the line of credit, I was able to build the ADU in my house. And now it's giving me $1,600 to my pocket. So it's not for everybody. And of course, it's up to you what you're going to do with them. You're going to get the line of credit to go on vacation and travel and buy a new car or build a pool that is not going to make you more money. It's just going to, whatever, spend money. Don't do it. That's it. Period. Even though I'm a lender and I do line of credit, by the way, if you still want to do it, we can help you with line of credit.
Well, if you're doing it for a purpose, you have a motivation that's going to make you more money. That's one thing. Also, if there's another opportunity, which I still wouldn't do this, but people do that. And this is the thing that I do think that is equitable, possibly if they have outstanding debt and they have equity in their house, to put it into a lump sum, get it all paid off, so that you have one place that you're paying and the interest rate is lower.
Yeah.
Than on a credit card.
Yeah.
But you just have to be careful, be mindful.
Yeah. So, tax refund, what are you going to do with the money? Pay off debt. If no, you can call us. If you don't have 20% down and you still want to buy a house, we can help you with that. Remember, we have down payment assistance programs, but of course, it's always better if you have at least 3.5% down. That's going to make a huge difference on the rate and the payment, and you don't have a second lien like Charla was saying, because most of the time, even though everybody's advertising down payment assistance, they're going to give you $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 grant. Like, yeah, right? Okay, go and get it. Not even 10% of the buyer get down payment assistance. Most of them, they're going to end up with a lien on the property, a lot of them you have to share equity of your property with whoever is helping you out with the down payment assistance, and you're gonna have to pay off that. By the way, talking about liens and talking about refunds and talking about taxes, this is a real scenario. One of the clients helping, the one for the refi cash out, can you believe the client? That's $1 million property. Property is free and clear, no debt.
Oh, did you do that one?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
The client didn't pay property taxes in 5 years. Do you know what happened? We just opened the title, we opened escrow to do the refi and help him out, and we just got the alert from the city. He has auction sales for April 16 from the city. Do you know if you don't pay your property taxes for 5 years, the city, LA County or the city of LA or the city, wherever the property is located, can sell you house in an auction to get paid for the property taxes that you haven't paid in 5 years? Can you believe that? First, do you know that? Second, that is for real. If the client couldn't come over here to do the refi because he's buying another property, he will be in April the 16th losing the house in an auction, and maybe he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, well, in California, though, in LA County, that would happen, but they still have 5 years to
reimburse the client if they pay the taxes after they sell the house. But
even after they sell.
So it's going to be a hassle.
If you are looking to buy properties on a tax sale, it's not the best place to do that, not in LA County, because you have to wait another 5 years if you buy the house to see if they could come up with the money and come back out.
Pay off your debt, pay your property taxes if you own property taxes, or buy a property, right?
Yeah.
So missing out, what was the other point?
Oh,
Simple day. What is the same thing that on? I thought my writing was horrible.
That's for me to read. Simple things that you can do to improve your property values by 10%. You can't read that.
Something that can get you 10, 20 more. Okay. Something. Tell me something simple that can get you 10, 20% more on your property value. And we have 1 more minute to go because we're going to be 20.
Doing small things around your property, maintaining your property. Paint is super cheap and easy. Make sure your property looks well maintained. Have your property staged either by yourselves or by a professional. Always be seeking out professional advice by your real estate agents, which if you do not have your preferred agent, you're always welcome to call me. I can give you some guidance, whether it's today, tomorrow, or in the future. Having the proper guidance in all aspects of your life, including building your worth with Carlos and Charla, the Real Talk, is very important. So don't leave money on the table. Also, don't overprice your properties. Hiring the right agent is important. And if you are looking for a way to build more money, more wealth, and you're interested in finding out about how to become a real estate agent or a lender, right? We could direct you to some paths to do that. It's not for everyone. It's a 24/7 job in so many ways: vacation, holidays, weekends. Even when you take a 24-mile run, he did a 24-mile run, and
maybe my marathon, yes.
Yes, and you said you took the day off, but I don't know about that. But it has been a very good thing for me, for my family. I've been able to put my kids through college, but I am diligent. I'm very I have a very good routine every single day.
Discipline, yes. She is very disciplined. Well, yeah, sometimes.
What was that?
Okay, it's okay. She's doing great. By
I'm
the way,
very disciplined.
Congratulations on your grand opening and your event last night on Sync. Patrick, congratulations to Andres and Diana and the whole team from Sync. The new office is, what is going to be the location? You have an office already? Tell me everything.
Well, we're getting ready to sign the lease, so we're still waiting to do that announcement. But it's going to be a great location. We do already still have an office on the boulevard, and if you're looking to grow your knowledge and be wise in real estate, we are looking for experienced agents that want to work for a boutique brokerage, because we really have something beyond and above any other brokerage. So if you are looking for that, reach out to us. Be happy to.
If you want to do real estate full-time hardcore the way it should be with Charla and her team, reach out to her. And like I was announcing yesterday in the video earlier, on my end, I have my baby business, talking about baby steps, sell or buy real estate for those agents or those lenders, probably like me, not for everybody. This is a special niche on the market that you just want to stay with your business and trying to find more income for your business. You're an agent that you're closing 4-8 transactions a year, and this is the way you want to do it. You don't want to build a team. You don't want to have an office. You don't want to go crazy 24/7 like probably some agents, top producers do, or lenders. but you want to generate more income and you think you can probably get paid for your loans that you are generating